A very good afternoon, all of you. Welcome back to Civics first year class. So today we will discuss some of the very important short answers, 5 marks questions. Okay. Yesterday I have told you that these questions, if you are learning, you can score full marks, like differences, especially the differences. If you are writing differences, you can score 5 on 5. So today we will discuss few of the differences which you can expect in the exam. The first one is, what are the differences between the state and the government? What is the difference between state and government? So state is broader. That means it consists of all the people. Okay, whereas government is narrower or narrow because it consists of few citizens. Okay, why we are saying state is broad? Because it consists of all the people, all the citizens, whereas government is narrow because it is a body of few citizens. There are only few citizens who are part of government. And state is permanent. Once a state is formed, it is permanent. Government keeps on changing. Every 5 years, government changes through elections. So government keeps on changing. State is permanent. State has sovereign power. What is sovereign power? It is supreme power. Okay. Only we have studied this. Only state possess supreme power. There is no other institution or organization above the state. So government, it does not have sovereignty. It does not possess sovereignty. Okay, then all the states, if you see, all the states, they are universal. Universal means they are same. They are similar in nature and characteristics. All the states, we have seen the elements of the state. Population, territory, government, sovereignty, these are the essential elements. So every state will have the same elements, whereas government, it differs from state to state. Every state will have a different form of government. Like we have parliamentary form of government in India and presidential form of government in America. So government, it differs from state to state, whereas all states are universal in nature. They are similar in nature. They possess same elements. Then state is whole, complete. Okay, state is whole. It consists of 4 elements. We have discussed this. Population, territory, government and sovereignty. So state, it is whole. It has some elements, whereas government is one of the element of the states. You have seen here, see, in state we have government. So this government is part of state. Okay, state is whole, complete, and government is part of state. So state, government is one of the 4 elements of state. State has its powers are original. Okay, it is a natural organization. So it is a political organizations, and the powers are original, whereas the powers to the government are delegated by the state. Powers to the government. So the powers are delegated, given to the government. So you should be a member of a state. It is compulsory. Membership in state is compulsory, and membership in government is optional. It is your choice. If you want to be the part of government, it is your choice. But a citizen should be a member of a state. That is compulsory. So there are 7 differences which I have explained you. If you can learn all 7, well and good. Otherwise, at least 5 differences you should write. Okay, and you will get differences for sure. Either state government or the next one, that is state society. Okay, so what is state and what is society? What are the differences between the political organization? What is a state? It is a political organization, and society is a social organization. Okay, state has own fixed territory and limits. State has got its own territory and limits. whereas society, it does not have territory or territorial boundaries, you can say, or we can say that society does not have fixed boundaries or fixed limits. Okay, every state will have its own boundary, but society is it does not have any fixed boundaries. It does not have any limit. Okay, wherever you go, you form your society. So state has definite government. Okay, to regulate the people, state has government, but society, it does not have any such organization to regulate the people. Okay, state has sovereignty, society does not have or does not possess sovereignty. This same point you are learning for state and government also. Then, state is not a natural organization. See, society is a voluntary and natural organization. Society was formed first, then to control the individuals, state was formed. So, state is not natural, but society is a natural organization. Okay, state, it regulates external relations of men in the society. State will control the external actions or activities of the people, whereas society, it controls both internal and external activities of the individual. Okay, see, whenever you do something, you will get a thought. So you think before doing something. So that is society, it is controlling you from doing certain things. So, but state, it is controlling you through laws. Okay, then laws of the state are uniform. Okay, whereas rules of the society are not uniform. So these are the differences between the state and society. Any 5 differences, if you are thorough, it's well and good. It's better to learn at least 5 differences of each answer. Okay, the next question is relationship between state and associations. This is from your second chapter. All 3 questions are from your second chapter, and 1 question is compulsory out of these 3. 1 is for sure. Okay, so what is the difference between the state and association? State, it is a permanent organization. Once it is formed, it is always there. Whereas association is temporary. What is association? It is nothing but group of people who are working for the members of that group. So association, it can be dissolved anytime. So association is temporary, whereas state is permanent. Same, state has sovereign power. Association cannot have sovereign power. The association will have control over only the individuals in that group. Okay, same, state has fixed boundaries. Associations cannot have fixed boundaries. Okay, membership of the state is compulsory. Membership of association is optional. You can be a member of any number of associations, but at a given time, you have to be a member of one state. So you can be a member of only one state at a time, but you can be a member of any number of associations at any given time. Here it is given. A man can become a member of one state only at a time, but a man he can be a member of number of associations as he desires. Okay, and state, it makes the laws, and violation of laws leads to punishment. If you are violating, if you are breaking the laws, you have to face the punishment. Association cannot make laws, but it will have its own rules and regulations. Okay, the aim of the state is broader. It works for the welfare of the people, whereas the aim of the association is limited, because the association, it works only for its members. Okay, so the aim of association is limited. They work for the welfare of only its members, whereas state, it works for a whole population. Okay, then coming to your next question, distinguish between written and unwritten constitution from your 10th chapter. Okay, so written constitution, it implies a document in which rules and regulations of the organs of the government written down. Okay, so all the rules and regulations which the government has to follow, that is written in the written constitution. Or then what about unwritten constitution? Unwritten constitution, it is based on customs and traditions. This custom and traditions, they are the part of constitution. Okay, they become the part of constitution. So then written constitution, it is prepared by a body of people called constituent assembly. So it is an enacted constitution. Okay, written constitution is an enacted constitution, whereas unwritten constitution, it is evolutionary in nature. It means it is prepared from time to time. So what type of constitution is unwritten? It is evolutionary in nature. Then, as it is a written constitution, it cannot be amended easily. Changing the constitution is not easy. You can change, but it will take some time. Whereas unwritten constitutions can be amended easily. Okay. Then, courts protect the rights and liberties of the people. See, if the constitution is written and the rights and liberties of the people are incorporated in it, then court can protect the rights of the people. But whereas in case of unwritten constitution, the rights of the people are not incorporated in it, so it is difficult for court to provide protection to the rights of the people. As a written constitution, it cannot be amended easily, so it provides for political stability. Whereas unwritten constitution, it cannot provide political stability. Written constitution, it is suitable for federation. What do you mean by federation? Where you will have two governments, central government and the state government. If the constitution is written, the powers between the central and the state government are divided. So, it is suitable for federation, whereas unwritten constitution, it is not suitable for federation. Unwritten, it is easy to amend. So, the party in power, the people in the government, they can make changes in the constitution as per their wish. So, it is not suitable in case of federation. The example of written constitution is India and USA. The example of unwritten constitution is Constitution of Britain. Okay. This is differences between written and unwritten constitution. Next. What are the differences between parliamentary government and presidential government? Okay. So, in parliamentary form of government, you will have two executives, a real executive and nominal executive. Whereas, in presidential form of government, you will not have two executives, you will have only one executive. There is no difference or no distinction between real and nominal. One person, he is the real head of the state. The president is the real head of the state. You will have only one executive. So, here in parliamentary form of government, when you have two executives, the head of the state is nominal and head of the government is real. Head of the state is a nominal executive and head of the government is the real executive. But in case of presidential government, the head of the state himself is the real executive. Okay. It is said that there should be cooperation between the executive and legislature. See, in parliamentary form of government, executive is the part, real executive, is a part of legislature. Okay, nominal executive, that is president and prime minister, they are part of legislature. So whatever policies or programs are made by the government, that is the prime minister and his ministers, those policies and programs are to be approved by the legislature. So there should be cooperation between executive and legislature. Whereas in presidential form of government, the president is directly elected by the people. He is not the part of legislature. So there is no coordination or cooperation between executive and legislature. They work independent of each other. Okay, here in parliamentary form of government, executive is coming from the legislature only. The party which secures majority in the legislature, the leader of that party is appointed as prime minister. So here there is coordination between the legislature and executive. Whereas in presidential form of government, the president is directly elected by the people. So there is no coordination among both the organs. They work independent of each other. Now, here the tenure of executive is uncertain. The prime minister can be removed through a resolution passed in the legislature through no confidence motion. So there is no fixed tenure. Basic tenure is 5 years, but he can be removed through no confidence motion. So we say that his tenure is uncertain. Okay, he can be removed any time. But in case of presidential form of government, the tenure of the executive is fixed. He is elected for the fixed period. Okay. I hope I am clear with these differences. Next. The team of the prime minister, that is the council of ministers, they are appointed by the head of the state on the advice of the prime minister. In parliamentary form of government, president will appoint the council of ministers. Council of ministers is the team of prime minister. So prime minister will select his ministers and he will advise the president to appoint them. So here the appointment of council of minister is done by the head of the state on the advice of prime minister. Whereas in presidential form of government, cabinet, that is the team of president, it is created by president himself. Okay, cabinet is the creation of president. Okay, then ministers are the members of the legislature. So the council of ministers, they are also the part of legislature. They are the members of the legislature. They are elected by the people. Now here, ministers or cabinet or secretaries, okay, they are called as ministers or cabinet or the secretaries. They are not the member of the legislature. Here we told the executive is not the part of legislature. So they are not the members of legislature. Here the executives are part of legislature. So they are members of legislature. Here ministers are responsible to the head of the state, that is the president, and there is collectivity, what they are answerable to the legislature. Whatever decisions are taken by the prime minister and his ministers, they are answerable to the president as well as to the legislature in parliamentary form of government. But in case of presidential form of government, the secretaries, the ministers of the president, they are not responsible to the legislature because they are not the part of legislature, but they are answerable to the president. They are answerable to the head of the state. So this was differences between parliamentary and presidential form of government. Very simple questions. Students, please focus more on differences. Definitely you will get 2 questions, okay, on differences. So please learn differences. You can easily score 5 marks for this. Now let us see few more short answers from your chapter Citizenship. So I told you, you have only 3 questions in this chapter and 1 question is compulsory out of this 3. Okay. So the first question is, how naturalized citizenship is acquired? How naturalized citizenship is acquired? How can you become a citizen of a country? So what is a citizen of one state can obtain citizenship of other states after fulfilling certain conditions. So you have to fulfill certain conditions, then you can become a citizen of other states. So this method is called as naturalized citizenship. See, if you are a citizen of a country by birth, then it is natural citizenship. But when you are taking up the citizenship of some other country, leaving the citizenship of your country, then it is called as naturalized citizenship. And these conditions differ from state to state. Okay, so the first condition is residence. Okay, you have to stay in a particular country for a period of time, then automatically you will become a citizen. So here an alien means an outsider from some other country. If he is residing in a particular state for a period of time, okay, for a particular period of time, then he becomes the citizen. So residence. The next is choice. Here the children who acquired the citizenship on the basis of mixed principle. Do you remember mixed principle? Here by place of birth he is the citizen of one country and by blood relations he is the citizen of other country. So once he attains 18 years or 21 years of age, once he becomes a major, then he has a choice. Okay, he has a choice to become the citizen of one country. He has to forego citizenship of one country. Okay, so this is usually in case of children. Okay, next is marriage. Usually we see that woman acquires citizenship of the state when she marries the citizen of that particular state. Okay, a woman will lose its citizenship when she marries a person from some other country. So residence, choice, marriage, 3 conditions. Okay, we have few more. Then is application. If you want to become the citizen of a country, you can apply for it. You can apply for it. So that is application. The next is fixed assets. If you are buying property, okay, in a country, then you can become a citizen of that country. When you acquire fixed property, you can acquire the citizenship. Next is service. An alien who serves in the government or private firm could become the citizen of the state. So when you are serving in a country, if you are serving for a government of that country, then you will get the citizenship of that country. And if you are working in a private firm, you can apply or you can buy property and you can become the citizen of that country. Okay, so when a person receives a citizenship of a new state, he will have to forego his native citizenship. Once you acquire citizenship of one country, you will forego the citizenship of your own country. Okay, that is how citizenship is acquired, naturalized citizenship. There are 6 conditions. Okay, there are 6 conditions you can see here. Okay, what are the 6 conditions here? Residence, choice, marriage. Okay, then application, fixed assets and service. This is how you will acquire citizenship. We call it as naturalized citizenship. Next is explain the various qualities of a good citizen. Okay, so Aristotle, he said that a good citizen will make a good state. It is true, if a citizen is good, then he will contribute to the development of the state. So a good citizen makes a good state. So what are the qualities? The first is the character. character of a person is very essential. Okay, he or she should be just. Just means he should not be partial. Okay, then he should be kind-hearted, courageous and patriotic. Patriotic means he should have love for his country. Then sound health, healthy citizens. Okay, a citizen who is healthy, definitely he'll contribute to the development of the nation and development of his own. Okay, so a healthy citizen helps in the faster development of the state and it makes the nation, he makes the nation healthy. Then intelligent and education, intelligence and education. See, the citizen, if they are educated, they will have awareness about their rights and duties. They will be able to understand the socio-political problems in a better way. So, a person should be intelligent and educated. Okay, then he will be able to perform his duties properly. The next is self-control. Okay, citizen should have control on his emotions, and only if he can lead a disciplined life, and he will not get involved in inhuman activities. If you are not disciplined, if you don't have control over your emotions, then you will indulge in inhuman activities. So a citizen should be disciplined. He should have self-control. Next is public spirit. He should have the spirit to serve to others. Okay, he should have spirit to work for the welfare of the society. Okay, then self-sacrifice. A good citizen, he will sacrifice his interest for the interest of the community. Okay, he will sacrifice his own interest for the welfare or benefit of the community. And the last one is honest exercise of franchise. This franchise is your right to vote. Okay, so if you are using your right to vote honestly, then you are a good citizen. You should not give preference to any religion, caste or money offered by the candidates. Okay, then you are a good citizen. So these are some qualities of good citizen. Okay, 7 qualities I have discussed. If you can remember at least 5, if you can write 5, that will also do it. There won't be any problem. Okay, but I always tell my students to attempt complete paper. Just read the question, understand the question, try to recollect what you have learned, what your teacher taught you in the class about that particular topic. Okay, and try to present that. If you are unable to answer the question exactly how is it in your material or in your notes, at least attempt the paper, just write what you know about that particular topic. You will get at least 1 mark or half mark there. Next question is how citizenship is lost. So these 3 questions: how naturalized citizenship is acquired, qualities of good citizen, and how citizenship is lost. How a citizen loses his citizenship. This question can be asked in this way. Last time it was asked. Okay, so citizen loses his citizenship under following conditions. The first one is renunciation. So what do you mean by renunciation? Renunciation means a person willingly is giving away his citizenship and taking the citizenship of other nation or other state. Renunciation, by his own will and wish, he is obtaining or taking the citizenship. So naturally, when you become a citizen of one country, you have to forego the citizenship of other country or your native state, of your native state. So renunciation. Then next is marriage. Okay, naturally, usually it is woman who loses her citizenship when she marries an alien. Then when you are accepting a foreign service, especially when you are accepting a foreign service, we are working for the government of the other state, then you have to lose your native citizenship. Prolonged absence, if you are not coming back to your country for a long period, okay, then in some states automatically you will lose your citizenship. For example, in France, if you are a citizen of France and you did not return to France for 10 years, you will lose your citizenship. Okay, prison or crime. So if you are involved in any anti-social or anti-state activities, then you will lose your citizenship. Okay, even if you are obliging foreign titles, or if you are removed from the army, you will lose the citizenship. So there are 5 points in this answer. If you are learning these 5 points, you can easily write your answer. So try to remember the side headings and what does it mean, okay, and present it in your own words. Next is, so out of these 3 questions, one is compulsory. Again, in your 9th chapter, that is in secularism, you will get 1 question for sure. So you have 3 questions in secularism. You have 3 questions in secularism. If you are learning these 3 questions, you will get 1 question for sure. So 2 differences, then 1 from citizenship, 1 from secularism. You will be able to answer 4 SAQs, 4 5s, 20 marks you can attempt here. And LAQs I told you, okay. Yesterday we have discussed the LAQs. If you are learning at least 3 LAQs from chapter 1 and 2, that is from chapter 1 scope of political science, chapter 2 you have elements of state and characteristics of sovereignty. If you are learning these 3 LAQs also, you will be able to attempt for 2 questions. And for 3rd question, you can learn socialism and Gandhism. Out of those 2 questions, you will get 1. Okay, so if you are learning 5 LAQs, you will be in a position to answer 3 questions. Now, secularism. What are the merits of secularism? Okay, first thing is equality. In secularism, the society is created on the basis of equality. There is no discrimination. What do you mean by equality? No discrimination. So there is no discrimination based on caste or religion. So when we are talking about secularism, it is something related to religion and caste. So in secularism, you will find equality. There is no discrimination or distinction between the people on the basis of caste or religion. That is one merit of secularism. Okay, equality. The next is religious freedom. In secular states, individuals can practice and promote religion of their own choice. Okay, you can practice the religion of your choice, and state will not interfere in religious matters. State will not interfere in the religious matter. Religion is the personal matter of an individual. He can practice and promote any religion of your choice. So you have religious freedom. And there is rule of law. Rule of law means equality before law. So no religion is followed in making the laws. They don't consider any religion while making the laws. Same laws are applicable to all, irrespective of their religion, without discriminating on the basis of religion. Everybody has to follow the same laws. So there is rule of law, and there is tolerance. Tolerance. In secular states, people will develop tolerance towards the other religions, and they lead a peaceful life. Okay. So what are the 4 merits? What are the 4 merits of secularism? Just try to remember the side headings: equality, religious freedom, rule of law, tolerance. Okay. These merits of secularism are over. Then, secularism in Indian context. You will get a question. Secularism in Indian context. Okay. So, or you will get a question, what is Indian secularism? So, India is a secular state. What do you mean by secular state here? We don't have an official religion in India. Okay, all the religions are treated equally. Laws are not made on the basis of religion. Government does not interfere in the matters of religion. So, India is a secular state. If you see the preamble, what is preamble? I told you. It is the introduction to the constitution. The preamble declares that India is a secular state. In India, people enjoy freedom of religion. Okay, they can practice and promote religion of their choice. You have freedom of religion. There is no discrimination on the basis of religion. Okay, taxes are not imposed on the basis of religion. We don't pay tax to government on the basis of religion in the name of religion. No. Okay. Then cultural and educational rights protect the rights of the minorities. Religious instructions are not given in the government schools or colleges. Okay, religious instructions are not given in government schools and colleges. So, all these points, it shows that India is a secular state. If you see the religions like Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, Sikhism, these religions are born in India, and India equally tolerated and allowed other religions like Islam, Christianity, Judaism and Parsi. Okay, they are not born in India, they have come from outside. But equally, we respect these religions also. Okay, and then the government of India is neither pro-religious, it does not support any religion, nor it is against any religion. We don't have an official religion in India. There is no official religion in India. So this is secularism in Indian context, or secularism in India. Okay, and the third question is, what are the features of secular state? Okay, so in a secular state, there is no place for religion. It's same points you can write. Okay, there is no place for religion. In secular state, religion is not important. No importance is given to the religion. Laws are not made on the basis of religion. Okay, laws are not made on the basis of religion. There is no place for religion in political activities or government activities, you can say. The next is equal status. In secular state, all the religions, the people of all the religions, they are treated equally. Equal status is given to all, irrespective of their religion. Okay. So because of this, people are satisfied and they cooperate with the government and they live together peacefully. And the next is no state religion. Secular state will not have official religion. The laws are not made on the basis of any religion. Okay, and there is no religious influence in schools and colleges, government offices or courts. So, religion has no importance in secular state. Okay, so this is your secularism. So, if you are learning 3 questions from secularism, you can answer 1. Learning 3 questions from citizenship, you can answer 1. Okay, then differences I have explained you. Then we have also discussed, all the chapters. We have discussed rights and duties. We have discussed democracy. So, if you are learning VSAQs of few chapters, you will be able to pass. See, when you write the exam, students, please make sure that you are writing very short answers first, because 15 very short answers will give you 30 marks. 15 twos are 30 marks. Your half the battle is won. Another you need 6 marks to get pass. but you may not get 30 on 30, but you should attempt all. Make sure that you are attempting all 15 questions. You are attempting all 15 VSAQs. Okay. Make sure, learn VSAQs perfectly. Then learn SAQs, few SAQs and LAQs I told you. Okay, if you are learning 3 LAQs also from chapter 1 and 2, just learn 3 questions. Okay, you will be able to clear your paper. Getting pass is very easy. Scoring is difficult, but getting pass is very easy. Learn the most important questions which we have discussed all these days. Okay. Don't waste your time. Don't think that you can write on your own. No, you should know the side headings. Okay, just don't fill the paper and present your paper neatly. Okay, write in a neat handwriting, draw a line after each answer, underline the side headings. Okay, underline the side headings. That is very important. Your paper should be very neat. Okay, it should be written in a neat handwriting, with a neat handwriting. Then only you will score marks. So, and make sure that you are attempting all 15 VSAQs and start writing with VSAQs. What happens when you start with LAQ? While writing, you tend to forget a word or point. Then you will sit thinking on it. And that will, mount pressure on you. And knowingly also you will forget the answers. VSAQs you forget. And at the end you will have very less time left. So you tend to leave the questions. No. Write VSAQs first, 15 VSAQs. Make sure that you are attempting all 15 VSAQs first. Write VSAQs, then go for LAQs and SAQs. Okay, and make sure that you are attempting complete paper. Okay, if you attempt complete paper, nobody will fail. Okay, if you are getting 1 mark or 2 mark for each answer also, you will get through your exam. You will pass your paper. Okay, the moment you leave the questions, for example, you have to attempt 15. You have to attempt 15 VSAQs. You have attempted only 10. Okay, if you know something about the question, you have an idea about it, attempt those 5 questions. 10 questions you have written perfectly, fine. Other 5 questions, attempt those questions. Write what you know about it. Okay, at least 1 mark or half mark you will score them. Okay, if you are leaving 5 questions and 5 twos are 10 marks you are leaving. So don't leave the questions. Try to attempt as many questions as possible. Okay. So I hope these classes were helpful for you. All the best for your exams. Thank you very much.